Okay, so today I want to give you an easy step-by-step guide to researching using Google Docs and a variety of little tricks that you can put together for yourself. You all know about Googling, or you think you do, but actually there are better ways of doing it, and I'm going to show you how. However, the first thing that you should do is start a Google document. Okay, you can start a new Google document or whatever it is, and once you're starting to get information, you need to do this. Go to add-ons and get more add-ons, and here you can search for a whole load of different add-ons. You're looking for something called EasyBib. EasyBib is a bibliography creator and it's really good, and all you do is install it, and once it's installed, mine is already installed, you can go to add-ons and go, oh, there it is, and you just click it and manage bibliography. And we'll come back to that in a second because it makes finding and citing sources much easier than ever before, and you'll see why in a second. Let's go back to Google. So we are going to do a little search for something that crops up quite frequently in media studies, which is about the impact that e-media has on female body image. There's my Google search, and I've done it without really thinking about it. Now there are lots and lots of ways that we can search more smartly. The first one is that we can change words around. Don't think that just because you haven't got a whole load of sources from one particular way of wording your query that changing the words won't do something to improve it. So for instance, instead of e-media, I might put internet impact. I might put social media impact on female body image. I might put feminine body image. All of those things will yield a set of different results. Similarly, changing the word order around might help, or grouping terms. Female body image, if I was to put that in inverted commas, will reveal a lot of different results. I don't know if you noticed before, but we had something like 280 million results, and now I've got far more just by putting that into group terms. Here's a couple of tricks straight away. First one, you know that you can get different types of sources here. So you might go for news articles. I didn't seem to get much there, did I? Sometimes you get some really good videos. Here we go, the media's effect on female body image. It's a YouTube video. You might well need to think about how valid it is, and you might also have to look at the date, for instance, but have a look at it, see what you think. It might be perfectly good. Another different way of doing it is through different sources. So here, for instance, a very good one. One of the things they hate the most on A-level media is you relying too much on the internet. Well, we're going to cheat. We're going to rely on the internet to show us some books. If I do a search in books, suddenly I've got far fewer results, but look at all the books that I've got. The academic books. Here we go. Female body image, a hot issue. That looks like it's an academic paper. I can even use the search tools to tell me what type of books. Could be Google books, free books, previews available. It could also be books or magazine articles. So for instance, by searching for magazines, I can get periodicals. acjournal.org, I know this one as it happens, and it's a perfectly reasonable academic journal. So you'd be able to go for that. So that gives you a way of narrowing your search terms and making sure that you've got much better quality. And here's another little tip for you. You can go to Reading Age. If we go back to the web and look in our search tools here, instead of just taking all results, if we reduce them down by reading level, you can see that 12% of these sources, 1 in 10, is at a basic reading level. That's probably below 10 years old. Intermediate, 35%. I can get rid of half of these by just going to advanced sources. And now everything on here is at an advanced reading level, which is where you should be if you are doing A-level research. So just a couple of little tips there. Number one, use books, use magazines. Number two, use different search tools to specify the reading level that you're at. Okay, we are going to have a look at a couple of little things here. Let's say I'm going to take this this one here, female body image in the mass media. That looks very relevant. I happen to have got it up there. I'm going to put this document straight into my Google Doc. So I have a look on the right hand side. Is it a book? No, it's not. It's a journal article or it's a website. So I'm thinking it's probably a website. I can put the search terms in there. And here we go. Westminster College, KCL Surda. That's the name of it. So what I can do now is select that. And usually we use the MLA style. So I'm going to ask to add that. Here we go, it's the third one down, add it to the bibliography. And there you go, it's just appeared. And that formats it in exactly the way you need a bibliography to be, consistently. It'll mean you haven't forgotten any details or anything like that. And believe me, that's one of the things that people miss out the most. You can do this exact same thing with books, journal articles. I've done it here for, let's see, I'm going to go for a book called A2 Media Studies, except I can't really remember what it's called, so I'm going to do a little search for it, and there's a whole load of them up there. I know it's an AQA one, so there you go. I'm going to select that one. This is 2006, this is 2010. Let's go for the most recent one. And does it look right? Yes, it does. Add that to the bibliography. You can see that it's added it to the top because it does it in alphabetical order. And it's got all of the correct details and all of the correct formatting as well. So this is a really, really useful way of creating your bibliography as you go along. Don't leave it till the end. You'll forget where you've got all of your sources. Final little tip. Once you've found a good source, I'm just going to copy and paste this here. Use Google Slides. Google Slides is a great way of keeping, kind of like you do with note cards for particular books. Well, you might have a note card for each individual book research you've got. So all I'm doing here is creating a presentation with a slide per card. You can see I've already got one there for the Anthony Bateman book. I tend to divide my card into facts and opinions, so the book gave me all of these facts. They were very good facts, they're useful to my research. I haven't just written everything down, I've looked through it and tried to work out what I need. They gave me these opinions. So Anthony Bateman says the author believes that while men do judge women, etc., etc. Now that's something I could contest at a later stage. And also, if you look in the quotes bit in the notes bit at the bottom, I tend to put specific quotes. And I tend to record not just the quote verbatim. I've taken that exactly as it was from the book, but I've also put the page number so that I remember, if I have to put it in as a footnote, which page it came from. Now, I'm going to do a new slide for a new source because this one that I just went to was the website. That's a little bit too big. So perhaps I can reduce the size of that, that's not a problem. There we go. And again, I'm going to copy this kind of format of facts and opinions. Set that out here. And then I would write all my facts in there. All of the opinions of the article in there. And any other notes down here, any particular quotes. For instance, you can see there that this is quite a long, lengthy article, and that's fine. It's got some useful little quotes there. For instance, images in the media today project an unrealistic and even dangerous standard of female beauty. That looks very, very usable, so straight away I can quote that, put it in my presentation. And I can put that in inverted commas so that I know exactly where that's come from. However, more usefully, sometimes you get something like this here. Numerous studies have verified. Well, actually, I'm looking for numerous studies. I'm looking for evidence. I can't just say somebody else says they've seen it. So I'm going to follow up these sources. But unfortunately it says as cited in Butters and Cash 1987. I have no idea where to find that. I know. Let's copy it and let's see if we can find it using this research bib. So I think it might be a book or it might be a journal article. Let's put the information I have got in, do a search. Looks like it's not a book. Okay, let's do it in the journal articles. Cognitive behavioural treatment of women's body image dissatisfaction. There we go, that looks spot on. I've just found my article and I can put it straight away into the bibliography. There we go, Butters, Jonathan and Thomas F. Cash, and I can now go and find that in order to put it in. So, several little hints. Number one, better Googling, using different types of criteria for your search. Number two, easy way of keeping your bibliography going, get an add-on called EasyBib. Number three, keep all of your notes in a presentation and have one source per slide, and that way you've got it all together for your notes when you start writing your essay. Thanks very much, I hope that helped.